Yo, it's come to the end of that week. First week flip phone, smartphone detox. Been using the LightPhone as I have for the past 10 months. And today's going to be a quick one. Gotta go do some real world things. Pick up my grandparents, take them to their church cafe. So I'm going to keep it quite quick. There's not too much to say about tech. I've done most of the features, directions I did last month. I've got to say, it's been going on offline mode a little bit more than I would hope, the old directions. But it still helped me out in a tight spot. So that was great. So yeah, well, I'm just printed off my fantastic Al printout for the last week, so I can chat to you guys about what I got up to arts-wise. So yeah, on Tuesday we went and saw the new James Bond movie. So look, smartphone detox, social media detox doesn't mean no screens. It means better screens, the biggest screens, Dolby sound. And yeah, on Wednesday I picked up, Lucy dropped off a CD to deliver to someone who bought the Smalltown Dreamer record. So that was very cool. Thank you to Frederick and Marilyn. And yeah, on the weekend I went to the Winchester Poetry Festival. So this is what I've been reading. This is my book for the week. So we go about our days winning poems from the 2021 Winchester Poetry Prize. It's brilliant. This is my mum's birthday present. No, Christmas present. So it's, well, I mean, the collection's phenomenal, and they're only selling it for £4 down at Winchester. They used to call it library, they now call it Discovery Centre, but these poems are phenomenal. It was a pleasure to be able to see them read, most of them in a room live by the author. So yeah, speaking of Christmas presents, I have put in a bid for mine to be my next, as I'm calling it, just smart enough phone. So obviously, as we've discussed throughout the month, you look back at the playlist, it's going to come up on the end screen. You know, it's got smart features, but not the myriad ones that the smartphone has. So it's just smart enough. That's what I would say. It's not. We used to joke saying the flip phone was a dumb phone. This one's not that dumb anymore. I mean, it's got literally live directions, podcast subscriptions. So yeah, it's just smart enough. So anyway, I've asked for the another just smart enough phone, the Punkt MP02, and it has its own sort of way of integrating with the Signal protocol, which means that you can message using Signal. Not sure yet whether it's on the same account as the one on your Apple devices, so that remains to be seen if it's the same number. I assume it is if that's the number you have in your SIM, but whether it's in the same chat, sort of chat feed, then it remains to be seen. Yeah, so, well, I mentioned CDs earlier, me delivering one of mine, but I just wanted to talk about my music now, this week, what I was enjoying off the Apple Music. It was two albums, actually. So my official album of the month was, for October, was La Navigatrice by La Navigatrice, or as I knew her first, Holly Honeychurch, who has a wonderfully positive presence on the wonderfully positive tech blogging community, micro.blog. I came across her when our music was presented side by side at the inaugural Micro Camp, which was the first virtual conference for that community. And I did hear a couple of the tracks off of this, and they are, I would describe them as ambient soundscapes. They are not songs in a traditional way. She doesn't really even play by the sort of song distribution channels that usually people do. I think with this album she probably has distributed to streaming. Obviously I got it on Bandcamp, and thanks to Holly for the code to enable me to do this review affordably. So yeah, I think she probably has distributed streaming, but what I wanted to say about her was interesting is that she's got wonderful track titles here. Unfurling, Wings, Interstellar is like I don't know if she was inspired by Hans Zimmer's soundtrack, but I get a similar sense of peace and otherworldliness listening to these. So they're, like you can see, they are sort of 10 to 15-minute long. Interstellar's 10.5 minutes long, kind of journeys through space and time. I mean, I know she describes herself as being informed by like folk music and just very natural world focus. And really interesting thing is that in the digital world, she's had the most uptake on her music on a non-music platform. To be specific, Insight Timer, the meditation app. And a good friend of mine in Chicago, Claudia, she uses Insight Timer, and she really enjoys having that music for her meditations. I personally do silent meditation, but I can totally see why Holly's music would be great for that. I must confess, I did arguably that type of ambient meditative music can be abused by modern internet users by just having it as background music for an internet working session. I must say I was guilty of that. But I would encourage people to, I mean, one of the last night of the week I tried to just lie in my bed and just listen to it and just float away, but then the iPod Classic ran out of battery, so I haven't really had that full experience yet. But like, I'd encourage everyone to check it out and let me know if you have that experience. I imagine it'd be great. But yeah, I've got to be honest about that. What I did get to enjoy maybe more focused manner is because they're physical CDs. Was Michael Clancy's If the Sun Goes Down, which is my last month's album. But I just want to say the CDs arrived, and he threw in his latest Songbird EP as an extra. So I was able to have them on in the car, and wow, it was just it's just amazing. I mean, I'd listed Hope as my favorite track originally, but having heard more and more, Hope, I just still, that lyric refrain really does need tightening up. So If the Sun Goes Down for me is actually a superior track. It could do with tightening up again, and in the cover I'm going to do on Wednesday for the Jester song, I'm going to condense it down to 4 minutes from the 5 minutes. It's just such a beautiful track. I mean, it's just so amazing, musically, lyrically, feeling wise. So yeah, check that out on Wednesday, my Jester song. But yeah, for now there's only really one thing left to do, which is make that switch. So I'm going to just do that live here. SIM card just fell out. My screen time stats, you'll see that on the blog post on warner.me. Yeah, I mean, you'll see, like, my screen time doesn't even drop that much during first weeks these days in total. Obviously, it drops to 0 for smartphone, but it basically just boosts on laptop to make up for it. And yeah, I'm trying to, where possible, just only use either laptop or iPad in a given day. But with the two-factor authentication on my Authy iPad app, it's hard not to have the iPad out as well. So, but yeah, that's something, again, a Christmas present might solve. If I can get the YubiKey USB-C auth, then I might just be able to go single device and yeah, do my work like that. So yeah, looking forward to Christmas already. But yeah, hope, watching my journey, trying to de-addict myself from technology is inspiring for you guys. And yeah, like, come over to my main channel, Cerulean Sounds, and enjoy my music. That's where these vlogs are going to be hosted next year when I'm on that Punkt MP02. But for now, smartphone is in and I'm out.